In the ancient city of Avignon, nestled along the banks of the Rhône River in southern France, lies a chapter of history shrouded in both grandeur and mystery. During the tumultuous 14th century, Avignon became the unlikely home of the papacy, as a succession of popes ruled from this fortified enclave rather than from Rome. Among these leaders, Pope Clement VI stands out, not only for his influence and leadership during the Black Death, but also for the legend that followed his death, a legend that would cast a long and chilling shadow over the centuries: the curse of the Papal Tombs of Avignon. Pope Clement VI died in 1352, leaving behind a legacy marked by both controversy and compassion. He was interred within the hallowed crypts of the Avignon Cathedral, a place that soon became the focal point of whispered fears and superstitious dread. For it was said, almost as soon as the stone was laid upon his tomb, that a dire curse protected the final resting place of the pontiff. According to the legend that quickly spread through Avignon and beyond, anyone who dared to violate or disturb the sanctity of Clement VI's grave would suffer a terrible fate: death within a year. At first, these rumors seemed little more than the stuff of local superstition, perhaps meant to ward off thieves and vandals during a period rife with unrest. Yet the aura surrounding the papal tomb grew ever more forbidding, as stories began to circulate of mysterious deaths befalling those who had, in one way or another, trespassed upon or shown disrespect to the crypt. The city's people whispered of men who had entered the tomb with greed or curiosity in their hearts, only to fall victim to sudden illness, bizarre accidents, or unexplained misfortune in the months that followed. These tales took on a life of their own, woven into the fabric of Avignon's identity. The curse became a warning passed down through generations, a chilling reminder of the sanctity of the dead and the dangers of hubris. As the years wore on, each mysterious death or unexplained tragedy connected, even tangentially, to the papal tomb seemed to lend credence to the legend. The curse became a subject of fascination for travelers, scholars, and the faithful alike, drawing both reverence and fear to the ancient city's cathedral. Yet, as with many legends, the truth behind the curse of the Papal Tombs of Avignon is elusive. Contemporary historians, investigating the origins and veracity of these stories, have found little concrete evidence to support the notion that a supernatural force protects the tomb of Clement VI. While a handful of deaths were indeed recorded among those who entered or desecrated the crypt, the details are often vague and the connections tenuous at best. The idea of a curse, they argue, may be less a statement of fact and more a reflection of the anxieties and beliefs of the age, a time when fear of the unknown and respect for sacred spaces ran deep. Many scholars suggest that the legend was likely encouraged, if not outright fabricated, by those responsible for the protection of the church's treasures and tombs. In an era when looting and grave robbery were all too common, the threat of divine retribution served as an effective deterrent. The story of the curse gained particular traction following a series of mysterious deaths, each attributed, sometimes without any real evidence, to the wrath of Clement's spirit or the sacred power of his tomb. The enduring power of the legend, however, lies not in its historical accuracy, but in its ability to capture the imagination. The idea of a curse, lurking in the shadows of the cathedral, haunting those who dare to trespass, speaks to universal fears and fascinations. It is a tale of the boundary between life and death, the sacred and the profane, the known and the unknowable. Over the centuries, the curse of the Papal Tombs has remained a subject of fascination, evolving with each retelling. As the centuries passed, the story took on new layers, sometimes embellished with fantastical elements, spectral apparitions, unexplained sounds echoing from the crypt at night, or the feeling of an invisible presence watching over the tomb. Pilgrims and tourists visiting Avignon often pause before the cathedral, peering through the gloom in search of any sign of the supernatural, or quietly murmuring a prayer for protection, just in case the curse is real. Even today, the legend persists in the popular imagination. While modern science and historical research have cast doubt on the literal truth of the curse, the story endures as part of the cultural heritage of Avignon. It serves as a reminder of the city's unique place in history, a crossroads of politics, religion, and folklore. The Papal Tombs, with their silent stones and centuries-old secrets, continue to inspire awe and curiosity. Recent studies and academic inquiries have sought to separate fact from fiction, delving into the archival records of the church and the city. These investigations have uncovered scant evidence of any systematic pattern of deaths linked to the tomb, nor any official acknowledgement of a curse by the church authorities. Instead, what emerges is a picture of a legend shaped by the fears and beliefs of its time, perhaps amplified by coincidental tragedies or the natural hazards of medieval life. What is clear, however, is the power of such stories to shape our understanding of the past. The curse of the Papal Tombs is not just a footnote in the history of Avignon. It is a testament to the enduring allure of the mysterious, the sacred, and the forbidden. It reminds us that history is not only a record of events, but also a tapestry of myths and memories, woven together by the hopes, fears, and imaginations of those who came before us. So, as the sun sets over the ancient walls of Avignon and the shadows lengthen across the cathedral's stones, the legend of the curse lingers on. A silent guardian of secrets, a whisper from the past, and a story that continues to captivate all who hear it. Whether one believes in the supernatural or not, the tale of Pope Clement VI's tomb endures as a powerful symbol of reverence, warning, and the eternal mysteries that dwell in the heart of history.